just curious, how many people in this room would consider yourselves to be part of the green economy? Or, ooh, network. And one of my dream projects is actually to be doing some career case studies and sort of see how people are really moving along the path. But I want to say that we in the Hudson Valley do everything a little differently. You know, out in Syracuse and Rochester, they've got green economies that are very high-tech and university-centric and chop-chop, well-organized. We got more organization than you might imagine. We also have a tremendous diversity. Now, I know a two-person company that's sort of in a garage that's working on enzymes for cellulosic ethanol. I mean, how strange is that? But we have, besides Prism, we have Atlantis building integrated photovoltaic tiles that go in your building down in LaGrange. We have, right here on this street, Wall Street Salvage, a building deconstruction company that is trying to create a training center. We have recycling-based companies. We have really interesting energy companies, a vertical axis wind turbine that's being piloted here. And because it's such an unusual and diverse economy with so many little businesses, we're trying to think through a strategy for nurturing those businesses and that economy and the workforce that's really true to what the needs are here. It's not going to be one size fits all. And in particular, we think that the green economy has got to work at two levels. One, it's got to keep people like Jessica and all of the high-powered professionals, young and old, who really don't just want to be kind of green assembly line workers. They really want to use their minds. They really want to be part of leading their enterprises. They're entrepreneurial. They're not all that patient. And we need to create something for them. And we also need to make sure that nobody is left behind. And while it's exciting at this point to be seeing what's possible, it isn't inevitable that all green jobs will be good jobs. I have already, in the course of doing my workforce development research, had one really sobering conversation with an energy efficiency company that said, oh, we're having a really hard time finding workforce. I mean, there's just not people who want to come to work. It's really terrible. And as I probed, turned out they were paying minimum wage, you know, no benefits. So we need to think strategically about how to make sure that this really is the dignified work, the work with mobility. And so segueing to Pat Courtney Strong can talk about almost anything. And she graciously received a sort of career performance award at our conference last year because she has done so much in the marketing of energy efficiency and renewable energy. But I wanted her to come up and just talk for a little bit about how some of these occupations can help bootstrap people at the relatively entry levels in the economy, and one particular project that she's helping to bring to fruition.
Thank you, Melissa. Well, it's great to be here, and this is a very large crowd. I do a lot of public speaking, but this turnout is truly amazing. I do want to talk to my friends in the room who are already in the green economy, and it's nice to see so many people I know. But I also want to talk to those who would aspire to get some of these elusive green jobs everybody's always talking about, because I think it really is possible. But like so many good things in life, the way it's going to land on your doorstep is probably through you sort of blundering into it, which is certainly what I did. I'm a recovering newspaper reporter, and we all know what's happened to that industry. So I count myself as very fortunate that I'm just very curious, and I've asked a lot of questions over the years that led me to other questions and a few answers and a couple of jobs. So just before we get to the special project that Melissa alluded to, I want to tell you what I actually do for a living every day, and what I was so fortunate to have Jessica doing with me for 5 years. The project that I work for is called Mid-Hudson Energy Smart Communities. It's in Kingston, opposite Ulster Performing Arts Center. And it is an outreach project of the New York State Energy Research and Development Authority, NYSERDA for short. And what that means is they had the presence of mind there at the mothership in Albany some 7 or 8 years ago to anticipate this moment when you'd all be crowding into the room going, I can't really hear her. But they had the presence of mind almost 10 years ago, 10 years ago, to imagine that community coordinators needed to be put all around the state to explain the state's energy plans and to deploy the technologies, or to help people deploy the technologies, so that we could really begin changing the way we transform our energy economy in New York State.